Okay, so the recoupling has just happened and Tasha is not happy. Tasha is in a couple with Andrew still, and the reason why she's not happy is because after letting Andrew know that she wanted to actually get to know new boy Charlie and that she was possibly, leaving her cards open, he actually went and chose Ekin-Sue. And Andrew, who'd been quite upset and speaking about how he was possibly ready to move on should she choose Charlie, he then picked her um, after Charlie rejected her. And some of the boys in the villa, Luca, namely, some of the others were kind of nodding and shaking their heads because Tasha's getting a second chance, but actually she's shown herself up to be quite a hypocrite. Earlier in the episode, she was seen talking to Andrew, and she was saying to him that actually she's, normally quite a loud and spicy girl, and how she's a bit of a bad bee, and since getting to know him, she's become quite a bit gooey, and that she'd like to possibly explore that side of herself because she's lost it, and she sees an avenue to explore that with Charlie. Now, I found that in extreme poor taste because Andrew's been there for her throughout the whole journey. If she wants to speak to other people, that's absolutely fine. But the way in which she's going about it, pulling at poor Andrew's heartstrings, is just really insensitive. It's selfish. And what she's been doing is kind of going back and forth, playing games with him. And then when she doesn't get picked by the new guy, then she knows that she's got a safety net with Andrew, which is not on at all. Up until now, she's really been getting away with it. And I think this episode, for the first time, she saw, people's reactions that were not in her favour, and she didn't like that. And so when she did get chosen by Andrew at the coupling, and people were kind of shaking their heads in disapproval, she couldn't take it. Like, she literally couldn't take it. She threw a strop. She said, "Oh, they're so rude." When in actuality, it's her being defensive. I think she needs to take accountability for her actions. She is playing a game. She's kind of toting the line, and she's using Andrew as a safety net, and it needs to be called out. Now, Jay, so said, so done, has chosen Paige. He's gone for the still over Jax, and he's decided to get to know Paige. It's a strange situation because Paige doesn't really seem up for it. She's open to speaking to someone new, but she does seem like she has her heart set on Jax at the moment, and so it's almost pointless Jay choosing her. But again, because Jay didn't really, get to know single girls like Danica when he first came into the house, and he's kind of double crossed Ekin-Sue, he's going for Paige, who is someone who is now settled. So I don't really think that's going to work out. Paige was seen, having a snuggle and a kiss with Jax at bedtime. I think it's only a matter of time before they choose each other again. However, I do hear that Casa Amor is coming next week, and that is going to shake things up big time. And I think there's a big chance that Jack's head might be turned because I don't think he's invested in Paige as much as she is in him. And I think Jay the same. He's someone who, he's a bit of a creeper, someone who's going to jump possibly from girl to girl if he does stay in the villa. But at the moment, he's trying to get to know Paige. She's stuck on Jax, but I think Jack's head will be turned at some point next week. Davide threw in a wild card. He chose Antigone instead of Danica, which was very surprising because yesterday he gave Danica a kiss. To be honest, the kiss didn't seem genuine at all. It was all very kind of panto, very similar to that dramatic kiss that he gave Ekin-Sue. There was nothing really to it. It was all display. You could see both of them looking around to see if anyone had noticed. No one had. It's a shame. I think Danica's a very attractive girl, but obviously she's not gaining any traction in the villa. I think that the way in which she came in, the energy in which she came in to kind of steal someone's guy, regardless of whether they are coupled up or not, has really affected her, and she's not getting any traction in the house. She's not getting much interest or able to drum up any interest. I think hopefully if she makes it to Casa Amor, she'll be able to bring someone back and keep her place in the villa, but for now I don't think it's looking great for her in terms of keeping a partner. By default, Jax has had to choose her. It was really disappointing to see the kind of look of disappointment on his face. She's an absolutely gorgeous girl, but it doesn't seem like this is the space for her. That, you know, the cards are not, you know, or the stars are not aligned in that villa for her at the moment, despite her being absolutely gorgeous. It's just not working out for her. So let me know, what do you think? Do you think the couples will be rumbled? Do you think, you know, Casa and Moore will see there being massive shake-ups with the couples? Maybe some surprises will be on the cards. Let me know in the comments below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.